Do you ever feel paralyzed by fear when it comes to your business or work decisions? The uncertainty, the self doubt, and the fear of failure, it can be overwhelming. But here's the good news: you don't have to stay stuck in fear. You can move from being fearful to being faithful by trusting God's plan for your business, for your life. So, in this video, what I want to do is I want to walk you through some practical steps to help you really transition from that place of fear to a place of faith. I've got two different ways. One is a 90-day plan called the Personalized Faith Plan, and the other is a 10-day retreat. You can experience transformation from either one of these by aligning your business with God's plan, fully confident and at peace. Hey there, wise woman. This is Deneen TV, your faith and business growth strategist. Welcome to another episode of the Truth in Business Show. Again, make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to ring the bell so you get all the notifications. My job is to help you, that God-centered business, professional woman, Christian woman, to grow in your faith so that it fuels your work life, keeps you on mission for God. Got lots of practical things for you today, so let's dive in to go from fearful to faithful. Ready? First, we're going to talk about what a fear business journey actually looks like and why fear holds you back. I know that fear is a natural response to uncertainty, especially when it comes to making decisions in our businesses, in our work. It's easy to question whether we're making the right choices, whether we're good enough to do this, and those doubts about even our success. And these doubts often manifest as hesitation. Hesitating and taking those bold actions because of that fear of failure. It could also mean second guessing yourself with every single decision. So actually, it slows down that process because you feel stuck. And of course, it happens the overthinking. What am I doing here? What is the purpose? And whether you're even on the right path. But I want you to know that fear is normal, but it doesn't have to control you. Fear oftentimes comes just when we're on the verge of something significant. It's actually a sign that you're kind of out of your comfort zone, that you're growing, you're stepping out in faith, and you're moving into new territory that God's called you into. So it's okay if we don't let it stop us. So let's talk about a faithful journey, trusting God's plan, right? A journey from fear to faith, fearful to faithful, begins when you choose to trust God's plan for your life and your work. So trusting God means a few things. It means believing that He has a good purpose for you, even if the road ahead seems uncertain, even if the road ahead is difficult, there is good in it. So we're going to go through some steps to move from that fear journey that you might be in right now to the faith journey to help you in your work. First, we're going to ground ourselves in God's purposes. I put ourselves because I have to remind myself of this as well. You can start by anchoring yourself to God's word. There is a deficit in our biblical knowledge, and I want to put it out there right now. Get into your Bible. Find your way. The PFP is going to help you do that personalized faith plan, your way to read the Bible. But I want to let you know that Romans 8:28 reassures us that all things work together for good for those who love Him and have been called according to His purpose. Even might not look good, but it is good. When fear arises in us, when we hesitate, we overthink all those things that we're doing, remind yourself of God's promises. Trust that He is guiding your steps and that His plan for your business, for your work, is greater than your fears. Okay. Second thing is to pray for clarity and peace. fear, what happens is it gets into our brain and we start to go into the maze and we just go down and down and down. It clouds our mind. But prayer, what it does is it brings that all out and up. It gives us clarity. It gives us peace. Philippians 4:6-7 tells us to be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. So make sure not only the Bible study and literacy in the Bible, but we have to take time each day to pray for God's wisdom in our businesses and our work decisions, not just our personal lives. Let prayer replace the fear with faith. Let it be your tool, right? Let it be your tool, knowing that God is faithful to provide direction. The other thing we can do is to take action in faith. I know it can be scary sometimes to take action, but one of the biggest barriers to overcoming fear is indecision. So you can't just sit with an idea. You can't sit with, should I or shouldn't I? You've got to take action. Even if it's just a small, little, tiny action, that is one of the most powerful ways to combat fear. By taking action, what you're doing is you're choosing to trust God each and every step. You're saying, God, I trust you. I will take this step forward. Every decision you make in faith, even if it's not perfect, it helps you move forward in that alignment with God's plan. Now, okay, these are all really big, good things to say, right? But how do we do this? What's a spiritual growth plan? And what does that look like for you as a Christian professional, as a Christian entrepreneur, as a Christian business owner? A good spiritual growth plan for a Christian woman in those professional realms, whether that's marketplace, workplace, whatever, is really one that nurtures your faith and your work decisions. So here's how you can build a plan that helps you to grow spiritually and confidently be able to run your business. Again, we've talked a little bit about prayer, right? Start with prayer and reflection. Make prayer that daily habit. Begin each day by inviting God into your business, into the work day, into your decisions, into the connections you're going to have that day. Whatever it is, ask for wisdom, ask for clarity, ask for peace as you move forward. I have an example for you. Consider starting your day with prayer first thing in the morning before you're diving into all your tasks. This could be during your quiet time as you sip your coffee, or if you take a walk, as you're taking a walk, whatever works best for you to center your heart on God. When you're facing a decision or you're feeling really uncertain during the day, pause and pray in that moment. Whether it's just a quick prayer before you walk into a meeting or get on Zoom or a call or whatever we do nowadays, just a quiet prayer for direction before you go in, before you make a decision, or a prayer for peace when that anxiety rises up. Invite God into every part of your workday. It really helps you remain aligned with His plan. By making prayer a natural part of your routine, whether it's at the start of your day or throughout, or I should say, you're constantly inviting God's guidance into your business journey, and God becomes part of the forefront of your mind. He becomes the focus, and therefore everything's going to go better, right? Another thing is to continue to integrate your faith into all your daily routines, not just in prayer, but you can incorporate other spiritual practices as well into your daily routine, whether that's Bible reading, journaling, reflection. Make sure it's throughout your work day. Put it into your work routine. These habits are going to help keep you grounded and aligned with God's will and remind you of His faithfulness as you're navigating all of these different business challenges, all these different business things. So an example might be considering setting aside a few minutes in the morning, like I said, to start your work day. Read a Bible passage. You don't have to read a lot. 2 verses. Read slow through the Bible and then journal about it. What is God showing you? What is he teaching you? What do you need to start doing? What do you need to stop doing? Whatever it may be. This can be a really peaceful way also to set your intentions for the day ahead. You could also just take a short break during the day to reflect on a scripture or note down your thoughts in a journal. It doesn't have to be and, it can be or, okay? Not and the morning and in the afternoon. It could be decide what's best for the day. Because these small moments help us have a reflection throughout the workday. That can really help you stay aligned with God's guidance, putting him in the forefront, because those challenges arise all during the day and you want to focus and give it back, turn it back to God. Additionally, you could wrap up your day. Maybe you're an evening person. You have the most energy in the evening or the most time alone, or can take time in the evening. Take a few minutes. Reflect on how God worked throughout your business day, whether that was a success in a project, was an opportunity to serve others, or even just lessons that you learned from setbacks that you've had. By incorporating these spiritual practices at various points in your day, whether it's that morning, during the breaks, or in the evening, you're assuring that your faith life is integrated into the very rhythm of how you work. Again, putting God in the forefront, in the focus, always there on your mind, right? Love that. Okay, aligning your work with your calling. This needs to start with identifying what truly drives you, both spiritually and professionally. That's where the personalized faith plan comes in. It helps you discover your God-given strengths and your passions, your values, and your talents through reflection and prayer and assessments, tools. I've got tools for you. By understanding how these elements really align with your professional journey can help you confidently really step into the work that God has uniquely called you to do. Again, it's that focus, right? In the front. Okay. What could you do here? Well, start by reflecting on your core values. I would say reflect on your core values and how your talents connect with the work that you do. What motivates you? Is it service? Is it creativity? Is it leadership? The PFP is going to guide you in answering these questions. When your work aligns with God's gifts to you, God's values he's given you, those God-given things, strengths, abilities, you'll experience more clarity, peace, and confidence in how you show up every single day. This alignment allows you to approach your work authentically. I think that's a great word because you're reflecting God's purpose in everything that you do. And as you live out your calling inside your daily work, you're going to find deeper fulfillment, deeper satisfaction, and purpose in each action that you take. Okay. The next thing is to set faith-based professional goals. Have you ever heard that in the same sentence? Faith-based professional goals. Use your PFP to set practical faith-driven goals for your work, whether it's making confident decisions, overcoming fear, or aligning your professional path with God's purpose. That PFP, personalized faith plan, helps you to create a clear direction with God as your guide. For example, let's say you're facing a major decision at work, like taking on a new leadership role or navigating a difficult project. Instead of letting that fear of uncertainty control you, you can use your PFP to set a goal that aligns with the values and the faith that you have. You can ask yourself, how can this decision serve others and reflect God's purpose? The PFP is going to help you build that plan that integrates your faith journey with your professional journey, ensuring that you're taking the steps forward with confidence, clarity, knowing that God is guiding you. Again, focus on God in the forefront of everything. So let's go a little bit deeper, and we're going to talk about specifically the power of a PFP, a personalized faith plan, because it's a blueprint for you to move forward from the fearful to the faithful in your personal life as well as your work life. And it takes about 90 days, might take you less, might take you more. But what you'll do is you're going to identify your unique design and align your business with God's given purpose for you. You're going to overcome the fear and the doubt by trusting in God's plan and building confidence through his promises. Just talked a little bit about that today. We're scratching the surface on this video. This goes deeper. You're going to create a faith-based action plan, a real action plan that helps take you from where you are to where you want to be with practical steps forward. Again, in clarity. It's all about clarity, right? With me? This isn't just about growing your business. It's about building a business that honors God and fulfills his purpose for you. You can get started by watching my free training. It's called How to Redefine Faith Growth by Embracing Freedom and Confidence and a God-Centered Journey. You can see that down in the description. And I have one more thing for you. If you want to accelerate your transformation, this will already accelerate it, but if you can't start right now or start the PFP now and want more later, I have a transformational retreat for you, 10 days, the Rooted Rhythm Retreat. So if you want to fast track it and experience that and take travel, that's awesome. This is an immersive experience where you'll reconnect with God through prayer, reflection, and spiritual practices that help you realign your heart and your business. You're going to gain clarity, and I'm going to make sure you have peace to move forward with that confidence, knowing that God is guiding in every decision. You need to hear it more than once, right? You need to have some tools for that. Plus, because it's a retreat, there's rest and renewal for your spirit, for your mind, for your body, so that you can return to your business, your work with renewed purpose and faith. I know, because it's one of my favorite things to do. This retreat is going to help you take your faith, your business, your professionalism to the next level by building a deeper trust with God and his plan for you. In just 10 days, you're going to return home with practical tools so you can keep going that will help you make those decisions in alignment with his will, free from the grip of fear. So here's the key to moving from fearful to faithful. Fear and doubt are normal, but they don't have to hold you back. You can trust God's plan for your life, your business, step by step. The PFP, that's going to help you overcome fear and align your business with God's purpose in just the next 90 days. And if you're ready to accelerate the growth, the Rooted Rhythm Retreat is going to offer that 10-day spiritual reset that you can take your faith and your work to new heights. Don't let fear control you on this journey. Choose to trust God, to take action, to step into the calling that he has for you. So here's what you can do now. Sign up for the PFP's free training in the description. Here's what you can do for the future. Join the wait list. The Rooted Rhythm Retreat only has a wait list at this point. So I want to know if you want it before I even release it. It's going to be amazing. You get on the wait list, you get all the bonuses when they come out. You can do both. Don't pick either or. Do both. Start the PFP now. Get on the wait list for the Rooted Rhythm Retreat. Let me know down in the comments, how have you seen your faith influence the way you approach your work? I would love to know some details about how that's happening for you. What is one area that you would like to align more with God's purpose? So where have you already seen that faith influence in your business or your work? And what's one area where you know you would like to align more with God's purpose? Would love to have those chats down in the comments. Let me know anything that you need. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, be filled to overflowing.